Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black with the Strat Time Report, and it's a Monday, so usually these are the days that we do the least, but let's take a look at what's going on. So we know that the SPY is now red on the month, right? We're starting off the week red as well, gapped into an inside day, but then failed down. So we're going to keep an eye on these 60s here. If you go to the 60 minute, you always hear me talking about the 60 minutes. So here we've got an inside bar on the 60 minute right now. So either side of this thing is going to get my attention. The question is if it takes it to the upside, it's going to be strong enough to take out the opening print, right? So you got some distance on that. We would prefer this to the downside, just because we would have full time frame continuity to the downside if we can get that SPY to go. But right now, a little sleepy in here, as usually on a Monday you'll hear me say let them open. We want to see what they do every Monday, and then do they come back on Tuesday? That's why the strat attack is on a Tuesday, because you want to see if there's any follow through, right? Whatever they do on Monday, do they come back on Tuesday and do the same thing, or do they negate it with reversal? So right now, you got an inside 60 in the SPY. Either side of this thing is going to get my attention. If you go to QQQ, similar, inside 60 took out Friday's lows, right? Red on the major time frame. So once again, we would prefer this to the downside. We got a new 60 right now, but anytime this thing goes below the print of the opening 60, you have full time frame continuity to the downside. Now, just be aware that because it's a Monday, that the daily and the weekly opening are going to be the same all day. That's why on Tuesday, after the second hour, we uncouple, where we have 4 separate openings. And so what that means is we gain more information. Doesn't mean you don't trade. We're less likely to do more stuff on a Monday. We want to let them open, see what's going on. If we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, handily an inside day. Look at this. How are you going to take out this or that, right? That's something I'd want to know about. And you're also inside on the 60. So stalling out Dow Jones Diamonds. If we go to the small cappers still handling inside day. Oh, nope. They took it out and came back, like a bunch of things. But in general, doing a whole bunch of nothing in there anyway. So what they did do to come out the chute, which is a little suspect, but it is what it is come out for some energy. XLE. And you can see this here coming back through previous range. Call that the pivot machine gun coming through these guys. You're also trying to go 2 up on the week. The question is, can you take that month out, right? So once again, inside 60s here for XLE. If you go to OIH, here, also taking out last week's highs. So that's good. The question is, once again, can you take out the monthly highs, right? Still an inside month, but starting off, fairly quickly here, and you've got some of the usual suspects. Your Amarada Hess coming up here, trying to go take out that week. How's PXD? PXD, how's LPI? That's always a nice mover here. All right, goes up and comes back in inside 60. So a lot of things stalling out on these inside 60s are going to have something to say about going forward. They also came into some healthcare to start off the week. ANTM here, still an inside day, but you remember they clobbered them on Friday, and now coming back the other way. So we'll see how much strength they do have. UNH taking out Friday's highs, having a nice one. Still inside week. Doji on the month, so back and forth we go, and we've seen that over and over again. Humana, just for the last few months, back and forth, inside day, but doing all right here. Still keeping an eye on these 60s. So that's going to tell us what we want to do going forward. And if you look at the gap list, I was in tardy today due to some things, but some people will tend to stay on the gap list more than a day. And what I mean by that, Sumo from Friday, gap down, came back up, right? And so what that sets up is you always want to know what's the next 2. Like, it'd be different if it closed down here as opposed to up here, right? Because it was close to doing 2 down by taking out the previous low, and then boom, 2-2 reversal here. Over 1847, trading 1925, still good, and you can see this inside 60. The up, sideways, measured move. Now, still outside month, and you can see the chop on the month. The good part about the chop on the month means it's going back and forth, which leads this. Are you going down? No, we'll just come back into the middle of the range. Still handily an inside week, but some people will choose to do that, stay on the gap list for more than a day. If we go to IRTC here, and IRTC 2-hour inside pattern after the opening run, but what this gap did was trigger this on the month. 2 down, 2 two up, reversal month, and this thing's got clobbered. So coming back here, you can keep an eye on that IRTC going forward. If we go to AFRM, speaking of gap list, and AFRM, remember how powerful that was on Friday, and then they try and gap it down slight lower low. So if it's really going to go down, it's going to stay below and go 2-2 reversal. That's not what happened. It came right back up, right? So if you look at the 30, you'll see this. Two down, stop these guys out. Anybody long in here is going to be stopped against this at least. Then two down, then boom, 2-2 reversal 30 right here. Two down, two up, and back at them is AFRM. Handily an inside day, but quite the big range on Friday, so still looking all right. If we go to OCGN, and OCGN right now on the 30, two up by taking out the highs, two down. So for the next half an hour, over 848, which you are right now, to see if you can get out of here. Still handling an inside month, but you can see this nice long green bar on the daily. That's something I'd want to know about. Broader average is still stalling out on those inside 60s. If we go to Fiverr, and Fiverr taking out last week's highs. What's that? High here, 74. Two up, two down, two up on the week. Handling an inside month, but you can see this day having a nice day here. If you go to the 60, you going to get anything out of this 60? Still just going up off the 60, so we'll see if there's anything shorter term. Here's where they try them out. Two up, two down on the 15er, and then come up through here. Outside bar, so it's a little tricky, but we'll see going forward, coming back up once again into a gap. If we go to DOCN, and DOCN, it's a newer issue, but still a nice long green monthly bar. That's what you like, and then a nice long green daily bar, albeit coming in now just a tad as it goes into new highs, which is exhaustion risk. So we'll see if that sets up again. Get ourselves maybe an inside 30 here at the top of the hour, but we'll see. If we go to Smile Direct Club, Smile Direct Club, there you go on the daily. 2-2 reversal back through previous range, and if that works this week, I want to know about this thing over 591. It's come in a little bit now. Still handily an inside month, but so far a nice day for SDC. If we go to LIFE, Life, little guy lifer, and you can see this on the 30, pokes down, stop him out, and if so, pokes up a little bit. If you can reclaim 756 in the next half an hour, that would get my attention on the two down, two up, right? And then if you go to the 60, good chance you might get an inside 60. Can you see it's already inside on the 60, so just stalling out a bit, so you can keep an eye on those 60s. If you go to RLAY, and RLAY, 2-2 reversal month. Two down by taking out the previous low, two up over 34.36, and you can see how it just took off like a cannon from there. We'll see if that sets up again. How's them 15ers looking? Still a little fast, so we'll see if that cools off and gives us a nice triangle and set them up again. If we go to ALGM, and ALGM just having a nice day here inside on the 60 right now, so we'll see if there's anything more to the tank or if they just blew it all right here. Nice long green bars. It has some all-time highs to go after at 34.66. We'll see if we can challenge those. Right now, broader average is still stalled out on those inside 60s. We also had on the downside letter A, Agilent, which has had quite the run, but now inside week to the downside. 2-1-2 weekly reversal back through a previous range. Right now trying to firm up just a tad. We'll see if that sets up also again for us. If we go to IDXX, puke. Nice puker here. Been going sideways for a while, and you can see this taking out last month's lows. Two down, 2-1-2 month down, and that's going to be for the rest of the month below 657.12. It's going to get my attention. Now stalls out like a lot of things after getting hit. We go to TMO. What's this thing doing? TMO, and you can see this also here. 2 up by taking out the previous high week, 2-2 reversal, bam, right here. Below 550, 845, and you can see how it just got slammed in there. Now trying to recover, like a lot of things, just mellowing out. If we go to ABMD, that was a 2 up by taking out the highs, and this is why you want to say what's the next 2, because this is much closer to becoming a 2 up, 2 down than it was going back up, right? So it did. So these two become an outside bar of that. This question can be weak enough for this. It takes that month back red. Now it's just trying to stabilize like the market here, so we'll see. If we go to, what's this thing doing? A little spike in CYTK. Potential outside weaker already. You got your outside day, but just saw that spike on my scanner. Autodesk, still puking. 2 up, 2 down per many videos, and so for the rest of the month, that's in trouble doing that. Maybe you get yourself an inside 60 here. We'll see. All right, we're starting to lose them just a tad. If you go to the SPY, here, watching that 60, because anytime this is red, you got red on the 4 major time frames. That's something you'd want to know about. If we go to Danaher and DHR, 2-2 reversal on the week to the downside, full time frame continuity. When this 60 goes red, hit them pretty hard right out the chute. We'll see. We go back to Johnson & Johnson, Johnny John. And Johnny John, we've known about this. Shooter, 2-2 reversal on the month, still dropping it, taking out last week's lows, still dropping. So anytime this baby goes red, that's something I want to know about, and we can look for shorter term time frames to go after them. Dow Jones Diamonds going after that 60 here. So we'll keep an eye on that, because you got right now, even though it's an inside day, it tells us you can look at things like Cat Tractor, trying to come down here and take out this monthly low. Be a 2-2 reversal below 203.21. You're getting closer to that. We also have known about the transports. Union Pac, the rails, still having problems, still taking out the lows. CSX, Norfolk Southern. So these rails still in all sorts of trouble this month. And we want to keep an eye on the transports, IYT, because here would be an inside month to the downside below 247.16. All right, so you got close and this morning, but we'll see if that gets taken out. If we go to EW, and EW, 2-2 reversal week, takes out the highs, boom, 2-2 reversal, looking to take this out. So these two become an outside bar of this, and that would be at least 116.37. You got some more room on that, but also change that month back to red. If we go to TTD, and TTD, still that 2 up, 2 down month. Not totally getting killed, but this is what you look for. 2 down by taking out the lows, 2 up by taking out the highs, then boom, these two become an outside bar of that. When you have that monthly signal, oftentimes it'll get a little bit more for you. Right now you can see 2 hours inside that opening range. We're going to see if we can get out of that later. If we go to Visa, and Visa going after the inside week. All right, that was in the weekend video, and that tells us we also want to watch MA. MA's still here, so if MA can reconfirm by taking this out, maybe we get more out of that. If we go to Shop, we were looking on the weekend vid here, taking out the highs of the inside month and then coming back here for the 1-bar rev strat. We got it. We'll see if that sets up again. Inside 60 for the Shoppy. Moderna coming in a little bit, not totally getting killed. You can see 3 hours inside that opening 60, but here in the daily, once again, when it closed on the lows, much closer to going 2 up, 2 down, back down here, like NVAX here on the weekly, the 2 up, 2 down, right, on the week. If we go to INMD, puke, inside day, 2-2 week, red on all time frames, now just getting stuck in here like a lot of things in that opening range. If you go to WST, and WST, 2 up on the week by taking out the previous highs, and boom, 2-2 reversal here, changes that month back red, and so for the week below 457, trading 439. They're 18 bucks or so far. We'll see if that sets up again for us as well. FTNT. Are you inside, weak boy? Not quite. So it was a 2 up by taking out these highs by 10 cents, and then boom, 2-2 reversal back to the previous range. Gets that month going red, daily bright red, and now we'll see anytime that 60 is red. That gets my attention and look for setups on shorter term stuff. Broader averages still drying up here with the inside 60s. One more to go. STAA. And had a rough day on Friday, the inside day to the downside. Sets up by closing near the lows, the 2 up by taking out the highs. Boom, 2-2 reversal back down, red on the month, still dropping here. So it's a Monday, keeping an eye on these inside 60s. Which side do these things break, and then do they stay there, right? Because we have our equilibrium in the S&P spider, either side of that, and then once they stay out. If once it takes out one side, stay out. At this point, we prefer the downside, but we'll see how it goes. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black, Strat Time Report.